You're listening to the Blush and Burn Books podcast.
Where two sisters read anything from slow burns to heart-pounding spice. I'm Laura.
And I'm Annie. Grab your favorite drink and let's get bookish.
This podcast episode is a book review. Therefore, please be prepared for 18+ content as well as spoilers. Smut 1 2.
Smut 3 4.
Welcome back to the Blush and Burn Books podcast. I'm Laura Eakin.
I'm Andy Baxter.
And today we are talking about our November book club reads.
Not
November, October.
October
book club reads. We're in
It's
November.
because we just started November.
I know. I just made all the posts for November.
We loved them.
I loved one of them.
Laura loved one of them. But overall, everybody liked them.
Yes. I was impressed by the ratings of book club.
I was as well. And here's the best part about book club. We all rate them really well. Everybody gives good ratings, but what's funny is we just sure can, even though we will give it like a 4 or 5 star, everybody can still pick them apart. And and that's just part of book club.
It is a part of book club,
because everybody likes something different.
Yeah. And there's always something that'll bug you in a book.
Yeah, I think
even if
so
I give
too.
it 5 stars, even if I'm there for the vibe, and I absolutely loved it, there's always that one little thing where I'm like, but I didn't like this part. But I still gave it 5 stars, but I didn't like this.
Drop it down,
right?
Because it didn't change your experience.
Yes.
Really, you're like, it's okay though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for our first book, that was our main read.
Yeah.
Thank you, Annie, for our amazing way of selecting books. Still the bomb. So the first book that won poll from the Fishbowl was Stalked by Seduction and Shadows by Maggie Sunseri.
Yes. I loved this book.
Annie, you read it so fast.
I did. I'm a big believer in knocking book club books out at the beginning of the month and not waiting till the end.
Yeah.
Because I don't like feeling pressure at all when it comes down to them. I've already started next month's book club book.
Which one did you start? Oh, Truly, Madly, Deeply.
Deeply. I like having them done. But also because I like to plan the party and I need to know what I'm planning.
Yes.
I loved Stalked by Shadows and Seduction. It is. Oh wait, what did you rate it? And then we'll talk about what we would vibe it.
So this was I gave this 4 stars.
Right. And
I gave it
5.
5. And this is a BKR, but this is borderline X. This is
I agree.
enough that we're close, but it's not.
It's a strong
quite,
R.
It's a strong
R. Yeah, no, it's
but
a strong R.
You are borderlining that X really, really closely.
Yeah, it's a strong R.
And this is a 4 chili pepper read.
And why are we giving it 4 chili peppers, Laura?
Oh, good gravy. We hit kink territory, and we hit kink
do.
territory hard in the dom sub space. And we have a place setting in a sex club, but at the same time, we don't spend a lot of time there.
No, we don't. We don't spend a lot of time there.
And we don't spend a lot of time in so the sex club is supposed to have 2 levels, which is upstairs is all the the drinks, and the girls are up there, and then they direct them to the basement.
Right. And we don't get there till later. So
right.
So this is a hard, because of the content in it, it is a strong 4 chili pepper.
Yes.
Read.
The dom sub aspect is strong, even when you are not in a on page scene, when you're not in a sex scene or anything like that, it is still dom sub. Yes. Almost every interaction that they have. And
it's also in the part of the lifestyle of our MMC.
Yes.
But also we have part of the storyline is him being trained in this, and also we meet his trainer, and it's a part of and she's female. It's part of her lifestyle. So
yes.
So it's just, I think it's important to know that that's it's a strong element in this story.
Yes.
I love this dynamic. So for me, this was my jam. So Laura's laughing.
I
because
finished it
the
and
whole
I called
time
her.
She read it. She's like, "Oh, this is like your."
I was like, "This is right up your alley. This is exactly what you want."
It.
Yeah. I knew it was coming.
Right.
And I still, like, I called some of the things for sure. Because
Right.
you had read it and then I went,
Yeah.
I think it's this. I think it's this. I think it's this.
Right.
And you were like, keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Trying to be like, stop paying attention to that, Laura. Come on.
We would call this a dark fantasy.
Absolutely dark fantasy.
I'm not even going to call it really. I mean, there are elements of romance. It's just, I would maybe, I mean, you can call like dark romantasy.
I would, if I'm going to put it into
it
their
is
relationship
a romance.
is so forward, I would call it a dark romantasy.
Yeah, I think it's a dark romantasy. I mean, we're right there.
Yeah.
We have vampires, and we have non-vampires, and we have
shifters,
witches, and we do have some shifters, and
we have a couple other species that don't truly get a lot of word time.
They don't get a lot of attention, but because I believe most of it is really we're really dealing mostly with vampires and witches.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, those are the two strong points. And the thing is that the witches, I would even start to classify in some of the other types that we get, like we start breaking down into like types of witches.
Yes, it does.
And
I don't want to get to that point.
I kind of don't want to hit on it too much because I really just don't want it to have like too many spoilers.
Right.
So I just think that it's important to know that there's lots of different types of magic. And what did you think about the magic system? Let's go there.
I actually thought it was kind of cool. But like also didn't feel like there was a ton of it.
It wasn't a huge magic system.
The little parts we saw, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Because I don't think it wasn't like a huge structure, right?
No,
it was kind of like you had all these different, and it was like healers could heal.
Yep. Witches did witchy things because that's literally what they say.
Yeah.
Come with us. We're going to go do witchy things.
Yeah.
And that was like.
Yeah, I think I did feel like maybe a little bit of like an elemental-y kind of.
Yeah,
not
well,
like,
because you had the blood witches were
it was
your
more
healers.
Like earth. This more just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they followed their element.
Exactly. It wasn't really strong, and but the thing is, it didn't really need it to be.
No.
And I think that the magic system balanced the book just fine. You got just enough information that you needed it. You didn't fully understand all of it, and I don't even know if you really needed that.
I think it lended itself to legend and lore really well to a point that like it didn't need to be overly built.
Yeah, and because there wasn't much of a cost system set up to it.
Yeah.
That like I find that sometimes like the more structure you need is when you have a magic system that's like built on like when you use magic, this gets taken. Do you know what I'm saying? Where there's like
all magic comes with a cost. So
yeah, like there's like that balance.
It shows it.
But we really didn't get a ton of that, and it really didn't really. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying it worked. The magic system was great with it. I liked it. So
yeah. I actually enjoyed what I got.
I wasn't there for the magic. Okay?
I was not. No, listen.
That's not what I was there for.
That's not what you're there for this book.
At all. I actually liked the story. So
we gotta give a synopsis though.
Yeah, let's give a little plot.
So we have our FMC, and her sister gets taken by a group of vampire hunters.
I want to call it their hunters,
but they're vampires. They're hunters. They're putting these people into the slave trade.
They're pretty much looking for females.
Yep.
To become what I would call like a blood whore.
Yep.
Pretty much.
That's what it sums it up to.
They're going into the slave trade like that, and they're being hunted, and they're being found, and they're being taken.
Yep. And when her sister gets taken, who by the way is absolutely atrocious to her.
We don't like her.
We don't like the sister. At least as of right now. Do we like her in book 2?
No, we don't.
Okay, cool. We don't like the sister. So her sister gets taken, and then it is the progression of her trying to find her sister. She leaves town on a Firebird, which I think the Firebirds are pretty cool. So they leave town. She ends up in the main vampire city, but she's had this stalker since she was like 6.
Not that she knows about it.
Not that she knows. She just always felt like she's being watched, but she could never put her finger on it.
Yeah, so we should note this has strong stalker vibes.
Oh, absolutely. And so which is our vampire MMC. I can't remember names. They all just
Our MMC was named Rune.
Rune. Oh, that's why. What was her name? Scarlet.
So I
Okay.
always, in my reviews, my number one priority, besides rating it, is
And marking as read.
their names.
Yes.
Are because I do tend to read multiple books a month, literally. Once I get their names in my head, I usually lock it in.
So you have, and I squirreling because that's also Invoking the Blood, and I just read Caraval.
Yeah,
Like
they're all together
within a week of reading this one, and I was like,
we've had a lot of MMCs also have names that start with R lately.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the one I'm in right now has
just
it too.
kind of like what's going on.
Yeah. So Rune has been watching Scarlet since she was 6, and he can't figure out why he's drawn to her. But not in a creepy way.
He's just been watching out for her. He came upon her as a young being, and was like interested. She's human.
Yeah, and she had so much like love and care because she found a hurt rabbit that was about to die, and he was like, this little human is crying for this rabbit, and it makes him feel human again. So, or like find the human part of him. So when her sister gets taken and she goes to the main vampire city, he is the lord over the vampire city.
Yeah.
So it is very much him trying to stay away from her, but also can't really do that because she's now in this city and now is working at his sex club as like a bartender upstairs. And she is without giving too much away, she's a master manipulator, and she can read everybody's like body language.
So she's perfect for her job.
Yes. So she gets really good tips. Yeah. And she's able to like work the crowd, work the people, but her end goal really is trying to find her sister.
That's why she's there. She's
asking
questions. She's trying to find out, like, is there any place here that does have, like, she's trying to find out which club could possibly have her sister. Right. And it's important to note that we have 2 different kinds of vampires in this book.
Turned and born.
We have turned and born, and they do not like each other, and they fight for control of the city.
Yes.
And they have history, which creates a great dynamic of fighting, and of course they're vampires, so they live long.
Yep.
So
they're like, we're here for the long haul, the end game. There's this back and forth
dynamic. And honestly, most of the plot is just Scarlet trying to find her sister and getting into different kinds of situations. And then also her and Rune also getting into lots of fun situations. And
it was a lot.
So I like the tension in this.
I did love the tension.
This one was fantastic.
He showed up every time she was talking to any kind of male, and he like wigged.
Yeah, it was great.
Possessive. If you are looking for the dark, broody, possessive MMC, this is that. Great. And if you want that dom sub situation, this is that, because she's actually pretty dominant herself.
I think that's why I liked it.
Oh, she needs me to come in and make her more
agreed,
more of a submissive.
She does not lay down to him. When she chooses to be what I would consider, I barely even consider it submissive. It's that she's allowing, she's allowing it, and
because she could fight back.
Well, yeah,
to an
she
extent,
could,
but she doesn't.
This is a theme throughout the whole thing. And I think that's probably also why I liked it, because there was this dynamic of like, I'm in control or you in control. And then we get even down into more, where we get into book 2, which I'm a big believer. It's called Taken by
Don't look at me.
Touch and
I didn't get to book 2.
Torment.
The amount of books that I have only made it through book 1 this year.
Yeah, Taken by Touch and Torment. I believe they should be read together as a duology. Like, I don't think that you should read 1 and not read book 2. Just because it really does complete the whole the whole thing. And she has other books that are written this other breakoffs that are similar,
Yes.
where we have some duologies, and then Maggie also has another like series of books that's some witches that is more. But um I I love the darker vibes of this,
I did too.
and
I felt like it was perfect for the Halloween season. Like it
yeah,
really
if
hit
you
the
like
nail on the head.
vampires, stalking,
Yeah.
strong MMCs, but also strong FMC. Like she fought and she went through some BS. And there is some fairly traumatic stuff that happens
Yes.
at the very end of book 1 that moves into book 2 that is, I believe, not for the weak of heart. I think you need to be like, you just need to know, like, we're dealing with slave trade.
Yeah.
So um you're gonna see
You will
it.
see it at
And
the end.
but it's a great thing to watch, the dynamic of all the players
Yeah.
in within that, and how they all form together to create bonds and stuff, and the friendships. And so I liked it.
Yes.
And in all reality, most of book club did as well.
Yes, they did. I have one caveat to this
Or has a
book.
caveat. What is it?
If I hear the word
Oh, I know what she's gonna say.
juxtaposition one more time, I will throw rocks at glass houses. Okay. This was done in a duet. I listened to it via audiobook. This was done in duet style. Absolutely loved the duet.
Amazing.
It was fantastic.
so good.
So wonderful. But that word
Yeah.
was used so much.
It did
And
get
the
used
only
a lot.
time I ever hear it is when people are building characters for D&D. I think I've read it one other time ever. And then all of a sudden there was like, it was in that book like 10 to 15 times.
I think it's just because it's not a
couldn't do
common
it.
word to be
No.
used. And so it when you hear it, you're like, oh, okay. And
Well,
then
and this book felt very lyrical.
I read mine with reading. It really was. I thought it was
It was
beautiful.
very lyrical.
I realized that I loved it.
Yeah.
That's why I loved reading it in combination with
Yeah.
listening to it.
A lot of people said they struggled with reading it physically
Because
but
it
they
was
moved over to the audiobook and they liked that much more.
Loved it.
So if that is something that you question with this book,
Yeah, the audio added a
is
whole
fantastic.
nother layer to it that was just like,
and it's on Whisper Sync. So if you
fucking
get
delicious.
if you get Kindle, the Kindle version, you
Yeah.
can get the Whisper Sync. I think it was like $4 or $5.
I feel like it was $4 or $5.
Chef's kiss. I'm a huge fan of Whisper Sync. So
Yeah, Whisper Sync.
Yep.
That's the way to go.
so yeah, that is Stalked by Seduction and Shadows.
And I strongly recommend moving into Taken
Book
by
2.
Touch and
I
Torment.
started it.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I was running out of time on some other books
Yeah.
because we only get them for so long through NetGalley that
Yeah.
I'm like, oh crap. Which, by the way, we have more reviews to come. Who knew? Who knew we've got more?
Yeah.
So, but our
Loved
second
it.
book, our side quest,
Side quest.
Find Me
Find Me.
by Ashley Rostek.
I liked this one as well. This is a different kind of stalking, though.
Yes. Okay. So this is a BKR.
Yeah, it is.
And we are in new adult territory
Mhm.
because our FMC is 18.
Yeah.
A couple of the girls had a hard time because of how young she is, but they liked the realisticness of this a little bit. And then there was a little bit of like some things that wouldn't actually happen. But I only made it 68% because everything else kept getting in the way. But I am soft DNFing it right now. By the end of the year, I am planning to finish all the books that are partial reads for me. So I plan on finishing this by the end
Yeah.
of the year. But it is sitting at a 4-star right now
Cool.
with how easy and how like the
Oh my God,
flow
it's
of it is
such an
fantastic.
easy read. It's
It
such an
is.
easy read. I binged all 4 books.
You did. You just
Boom, boom,
inhaled
boom,
them.
boom, boom.
But so for book 1 specifically,
Yeah, I
Annie
hate
can't
that
remember.
I hate when we do this, by the way, because it's like let's just do book 1, and I'm like, oh no, it's a whole story to me.
Yeah.
Like
So she can't tell us how many chili
struggle-
peppers book 1 is. By 68%, there is no on-page spice. So I'm going to say 1 chili pepper.
I gave it 1 chili pepper.
Okay, so you did give it a chili pepper, which means that we've
I
got some
did.
tension. We've got something that's brewing.
I think we got
on
some
page.
like kissing and some like
Groping?
fondling, probably.
Okay.
I'm saying we probably made it to like, third base.
Okay.
Maybe for one pepper. I feel like there would have been
Maybe.
one or two, but
You
we
might have had
weren't
at least
actually
one.
we weren't doing the deed, you know?
Yeah, but one chili pepper could mean one scene of oral.
It just was very
So it could be any of that.
because of the realisticness of this story though.
Yes.
The way the story unfolded and progressed was very natural, and how we should I mean, okay, so I gave it 5 stars.
Yep.
1 chili pepper. You're probably going to stand at a 4-star.
I'm sitting at 4
There's
right now.
probably some things in it that weren't 100% realistic, and
There were things I really
feel
struggled
like
with.
those are probably going to drive you crazy, but for me, they just felt like they like went with the story, and I actually chose to not really pick this apart only because I enjoyed
You were in the vibe. You
I
just
really
were along for the
enjoyed
ride.
of it, and I just liked the plot. I liked the idea of it. I mean, I should note the first chapter is rough.
Oh, it is rough. Check your triggers, please.
I mean,
if this is something that like is
first
not good for
chapter
you,
is rough, and it sets you up to be like, oh shit, like this is
very traumatizing.
It's not. We're not playing around.
No.
And it's also important to note that you get something traumatic happens, and we get pieces of this traumatic event spread out through the whole entire series. And so you'd have one event that she remembers or recalls more and more in dreams, and you see it come out until you're at the end and you finally realize what that whole event looked like. And I loved this about this story. I thought it was so smart that we took one traumatic event, we kind of broke it up, and so you learn as you're watching the story unfold what really happened in that event. And it was so good, and it was there is no mincing words, it was tragic.
No. Yeah, it's tragic. And the thing is too is that this is Stalker gone too far.
Yeah, so this is a different kind. It was I kept telling you
this is not like a lights out.
Two different stalker situations that month. It was like we kind of have like the hot sexy stalker vibes, and then we have legitimate stalker vibes.
He ends up offing some people.
Yeah, it's not a good situation.
No, it's not. But I will tell you, so the couple things that did bug me.
Yeah.
Was the fact that she's supposed to be in witness protection.
Yeah.
In witness protection, from my understanding, because my logical brain kicked on for this, you change your full name. You don't keep any parts of your name. You don't share any information about your family. You have a full-blown made-up story. Family dying in a car crash is not enough for me. You literally said all the people who had already passed. And about her twin sister. She drops that she had a twin sister. And like, so there were drops like that I was like, okay, as far as I know, that's not how that would go. However, as I started moving through the story, I was like, whatever.
It didn't bother
me. But when it hit for me, I was like, whoa, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah.
But again, that was my only hiccup, which is the only reason. And I actually felt like that was enough of a star for me to put it at a 4.
For sure.
Because it pulled me out.
Yeah.
Being like, no.
Yeah.
Witness protection program means like everything about you changes.
Right.
And there were certain things that weren't changed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's in my head. I don't know where I heard that from, that's what would normally happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it was enough where I'd be like, she would not have the same name. Her name was unique enough that I don't think she'd have the same name.
Okay. I totally get it. I mean, I understand why it didn't bother me. I think because the things that I did love completely outshadowed any kind of negativeness of that, because she is a strong female.
Oh, absolutely.
She learned how to defend herself.
Yep.
She takes control of situations, but the problem is that she also has PTSD, which we see and we watched and we feel it in the story. In multiple instances, we have times where things happen and it brings things out, but I love this idea that she actually like is working through them. And
I actually love that too.
It was cool because the men in this, we should say men, We have 4 gentlemen in this one.
This is a why
That
choose,
this
but
is
also
a
be
why
cautious.
choose.
This is why choose with brothers.
Yeah, it's a why choose with brothers, and I thought it was actually done well for considering that they're all brothers. Because I think that that's like a kind of a tightrope to walk a little bit, and
Yeah.
I thought it was done well. So, and I part of what she did do that was really nice through this series is that she developed, like you would in any why choose, each relationship, and each relationship was very different and
I
brought
felt
something
that even
different
with
to the
as far as
table.
I got.
And you could start to see, yeah, in the first book you start to see the dynamic of each brother.
Yes.
And I love that she is different with each of them as well,
I do
because
too.
they bring out something different in her, and they allow her to be something different with each one of them.
Yeah.
And I think in the whole, that was just like meant so that they could create a dynamic that was, and in all reality, this is a poly situation. This is going to be
Yeah.
a poly type situation, but the spice was fun. It wasn't kinky. I mean, we didn't get kink. I mean, a
Yeah.
little bit, but I mean, not anything that I thought was
like a full kink mode.
not really. Each situation was just a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really fun, and I feel like each MMC got, because I think they're all. We don't have one that sticks out. You know what I mean? We don't have one we obviously have the older brother who is a little bit more probably in charge. But besides that, I feel like yeah, and I like the way the story wrapped up. So she
Which is
wrapped it
important.
up. She took care of business, and to me that's what
That's what you should have happen.
That's
in
what
my
you want.
opinion.
You want it
That's
to
what
wrap
you
up
want.
great, and nothing felt left undone, and I enjoyed the ride of this series a lot.
I am. You were like, okay, where is everybody? Okay, who's read this part? Okay,
Yeah.
where are we at?
Yeah.
And then when everybody was finishing, it was like this book actually sat at between a 4 and a 5 star between everybody who actually read it.
Agreed.
I was the only one at the bottom that did my thing that said plan to finish. So
Right.
PTF.
Right.
Plan to finish. Yeah. That's my new moniker.
And I'll give it 4.5 like all over. 4 was a little, I mean, let's be very honest. Book 4 is just fun time.
It's where you'll get all your smut.
Yeah, I mean, we literally just moved from one scene to another to another. It was great. And then
Nice.
Yeah, it wrapped up.
Well, I want to finish book 1 and see where we end up. So I'm still, it is a softy enough. This is not, I will not pick it up. This isn't, I didn't like it. This is, I need a moment to get through some of these other ones that we have got time constraints on. So that was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
So.
And it's okay, because we're going to move on.
Yep, we are.
Because we have some really great picks
for November.
And let's give ourselves a little. We both put this one book that got picked in. I put it in, and Laura did, and guess
I went
what?
back and made another piece.
It literally got picked.
It did. I'm so excited. So our main read is Truly Madly Deeply by L.J. Shen.
Yep.
And our side quest.
Yep. So excited.
Is Firebird by Juliet Cross.
I've been waiting to read this for
I've been dying to read it.
I love the cover of it. And I love everything. And so I'm hoping it's as pretty inside as it is outside.
I know.
Because
we've seen
Laura,
a lot of stuff on this one.
I will buy a book off of its cover.
Absolutely we will.
But
we've seen a lot of controversy on it, and I think
both
of us
we want to know.
Like, we want to have our own opinion on it. So if you guys would like to see our reviews and our thoughts on our November reads as well, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, do all the things, and we will be back very soon. That's it for today's episode on the Blush and Burn Books podcast, where we spread those pages and stir up all the feels. We hope you're walking away with a new book for your TBR, a smile, and maybe a little blush. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with your fellow book lovers. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for even more bookish fun. Until next time, keep those pages turning and stay bookish.